What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back another video on the channel, and today we are back with another episode of Last Chance, where we give restaurants that I didn't necessarily have the best time at a last chance. This time we went to a place called SmashBurger. It's on the other side. If you are unfamiliar, SmashBurger is a burger chain that is in the fast casual category that is similar to Five Guys or Shake Shack, things of that genre. I've gone there 2 times on the channel, and both times it has been a massively just not a good experience overall, whether it was the quality of the food, the amount of time that it took to actually complete the order, as well as the accuracy of the order. So I have not opened these bags yet. You can see they're both actually still taped shut, and I have my order here. The first thing we're gonna do is test the accuracy and see if they actually got the order right. So drop a thumbs up. SmashBurger, we're gonna give it one more chance. A lot of people have been asking about this one, so you already know that I'm gonna do that. These are tissues. Let's see what we got. We have some ranch dressing, got that right. We have a burger. This is the classic single on a chipotle bun. They got that right. Tomato, correct, got that right. Everything looks like it's up to snuff. We got our cheese, we got our tomato, we have white truffle mayo, as well as the burger. So we have a W in that category. Also, I will say this, as I'm unboxing and unwrapping this, I should say, the amount of time that it took was the shortest that I've ever had. I did go to another location. I went to a different location the first 2 times. The second time was even worse, so I tried a different SmashBurger. We have the haystack onions with ketchup on the haystack onions. Large order. Let me get these ketchups out of the way, though. And it looks like, yeah, no, it's haystack onions. So these are their, like, onion rings, or, like, a little bit thinner. We do have what is a new item here, and a big reason why I wanted to try it. This isn't it. It's in the other bag. We have the Truffle crispy chicken sandwich. Last time I got a chicken sandwich, it was, like, inedible. And this doesn't look half bad. It's the Truffle crispy. Let's see what's on here. The truffle mayo. I believe it's supposed to come with mushrooms. Yeah, they're underneath. But they are on there, as well as the cheese. So, W in that category. Also got an order of fries. Somewhere in here. Yep, got our fries. Everything still seems warm, which is good. A lot of times my food was cold. And last, what we get here for in the first place is the Smack and Cheeseburger, which comes with mac and cheese on it. This one shouldn't be messed up, so I think we've got a completely good order, which is a very good sign. Did they cut this? No, they didn't. Okay, this thing is a mess, but it's right. What the hell is on here? Okay. So there's the Smack and Cheeseburger. We have an absolute 100% accurate order, which is a very good sign. I wanted to do this in real time. This way people didn't think I was trying to mess with something or anything like that. And I did get a ranch on the side. So let's get into this and see if the food is actually good this time. Okay, we're going to start with the classic single. Normally it comes with lettuce, tomato, pickle, red onion, as well as the smash sauce. I'm not the biggest fan of smash sauce because it has that pickle taste in it as well as pickles. So we didn't get pickles, and I also don't like lettuce. It is what it is. That's not what I like. So I did get truffle mayo instead, and we do have tomato on there. And this is the burger. I switched out the normal bun for a chipotle bun, which is what this seems to be. So last thing we gotta see is if it's good. Let's see. Off of one bite, and one bite alone, this is easily the best SmashBurger order I've gotten, ever. I went there a couple of times before I ever did any, YouTube or food videos or anything like that, and never really was the biggest fan, but when we spun back for the content, it was even worse. So, let's break this down. The truffle mayo obviously is going to add a lot of flavor to it with truffle. If you don't like truffle, don't get the truffle mayo, because the truffle flavor is strong on here. The cheese is nice and melted, which I do enjoy. The tomato, obviously, it's not a bad tomato, the acid you get from that. I just kind of want to try this bun by itself. I don't really notice anything in the bun. And I want to try the patty. Can't really get one without anything on it. The patty's not well seasoned, but with all the other things on here, you can't really notice it. Alone, doesn't really have much taste to it. This burger, I believe, cost about $9. Which, for a fast casual place, is on the cheaper side, believe it or not. These days, a lot of those burgers will run you like 10 plus. I think it was $8.84. Let's get one more bite. This one doesn't seem to have a ton of the other stuff on here. I can tell if it's like seasoned well, but it doesn't seem like it. I will say this, the bread kind of sucks, which is weird to say, but the texture's off on the bread, which is a little weird. As far as the burger goes, with the truffle mayo, it's really, okay, last time I gave this thing like a 2, because it was awful. It's not awful, it's okay, which is a lot better than what I could say for it. Is this a burger I would go out of my way to get? No. Is it a burger that I wouldn't mind eating? Yes. Does it compare to even Shake Shack? No. But better than I thought it would be, to be honest. I fully expected me to just be like, I don't even want to eat this. So, respectable. Let's see what the specialty ones have to offer and see what's going on with that. But the burger, I would give a 6 out of 10, which is a lot higher than I thought I would give it. But I'm going to be honest about all this and give it a real chance this time. All right, let's get into one of these fries before they get cold. Their fries are smash fries, which have rosemary, olive oil, and a little bit of garlic on it. What you really get is the rosemary. They're better than I remember. This is the first time I've gotten them that they haven't been ice cold either. And normally, I swear to you, the fries were cold when I received the bag. Like, it didn't get cold when I got home. They were cold when I got the bag. It was very, very, like, you're not used to getting something like that, but these are warm. Rosemary flavor is very, very there. A little bit of olive oil. They're not too greasy, which is a big surprise. These aren't bad, really. I'm gonna try it with some of this ranch. They are very thin fries, but I don't mind that at all. And they do have a nice crisp on them as well. That's really not bad. Their ranch is pretty good too. Yeah, I like these. It just goes to show you have to switch locations sometimes. Sometimes franchises are very location based. And the one I went to was so bad. This one, I would definitely get these fries again. And if any of these sandwiches are good, we might have ourselves a hidden W. 7.5 out of 10. But this bad boy here, move you off to the side, was the most interesting one. Their smack and cheeseburger comes with mac and cheese on the top of a double patty. And you get a pretty, whoa. I don't even know if I can lift this because the bun is super soggy. Yeah, so there's a good amount of mac and cheese on here. Let's just see what it's got. Off the first bite, that tastes a lot like Hamburger Helper. I happen to like Hamburger Helper. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. I want to get a bite with like a lot of mac and cheese in it, so I'm going to actually go on this end. The cheese sauce is pretty salty. And you can get something else. This is how it comes normally. It would be better if something cut through that. But it doesn't come with anything. You can ask for it. I think you might have to pay extra. The burger itself was like $11 because it is a double. The mac and cheese, I just want to get like a noodle. Yeah, the cheese sauce tastes like Hamburger Helper a lot. I like Hamburger Helper, but not $12 Hamburger Helper. I can feel like that's like the thing about this one. But you get a good amount of real estate. Ooh, got a piece. Let's try this by itself. The crust on this one is what I expected from a SmashBurger. It's got a nice crust. Literally, again, one of the biggest gripes I had in the beginning was there was no seasoning on the patty, but they cooked this well with the crust that you get when you get a smash patty. That came out really well. I think you can definitely add things to it to make this a good burger. It's upper mid, slightly above mid. Love the patty, but no seasoning on it. The cheese Just, you get more salt than anything on it. But if you put something on there other than that, it might be okay. This bun is better than the Chipotle bun for sure, but with the mac and cheese on it, I think brioche would have held up. They do have brioche, but that's not what it comes with. Would have held up a little bit better because it made the bun come off a little bit soggy. But I expected something a lot greasier, and it's not, so I do give them points for that. Just overall, it's still upper mid. It's not great. I would give it a little bit higher of a score than the original burger, but again, it's not something by itself. You could change the order and probably make it better that I would go out of my way to get. But it does make me want hamburger helper, which is a good sign. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Let's go to these onion straws. They call them, what, a haystack onion straws or something like that. Very thin. I love onion rings, man. Yep. These are good. These are really good. This is what you gotta put on a burger. I think you can add these. So damn, this bun is just, okay. Let me just, the only thing is onion rings are salty too. That's better. That's better. You could definitely do something with that burger. These straws though, or so I keep saying straws, but they're like haystack onions, I think they call them. Even though they're thin, still have a nice crunch to them. They're seasoned well. I don't understand why they don't season the burger with the same thing they put on like something like this. The best thing that I've had so far are the fries and the onion straws. I keep saying onion straws. They're not straws. Haystack onions. They just remind me of straws because of how thin they are. Thinly sliced, which means they're probably flash fried and have a nice crunch to them. And the flavor is on point. I would go there just for these damn fries. If I could find a sandwich from here that I enjoy, I'd go back. That's the truth. Nice flavor on these. One more with the ranch. Just let me research purposes. That works. That's good. That is good. Not the best onion rings I've had, but they're good, if that makes sense. So I give these an 8 out of 10. And last, I did get a chicken sandwich last time, which was, man, it was like the texture was bad. Not much I can say. So this one I got the regular. Last time I got a Nashville hot, but this is a truffle mushroom Swiss truffle mushroom Swiss chicken sandwich. So it's got truffle mayo on it, Swiss cheese, and like some cremini marinated mushrooms, I believe, on a crispy chicken sandwich. Hopefully this one, like the texture of the chicken works. Switch locations immediately if your place sucks. Immediately. This chicken sandwich is crispy. It's not overcooked. Last time it was like stringy and overcooked, which was like horrendous. This time, white meat, nice and crispy, not dry at all. Wow. I wish they put more of that truffle mayo on here. There seems to be more on this side, so I'm going to bite here. It's way better than the first time. Again, I like the mushroom Swiss combo. Usually works better with a burger, this combo in general, but the chicken seems to have a little bit more flavor than their burgers. Even though I'm pretty sure it's a chicken patty that is frozen, it seems more seasoned for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because of the truffle mayo, but that was also on the burger. I want to try to bite this chicken by itself, but I don't know if I'm going to find... Yeah, there's mushroom mayo all over this. Okay, there's a piece. It's got a little bit of a pepperiness to it, but also a lot of it, which is a new word I just made up with, of a salty note to it. But you're going to get salty with this kind of stuff sometimes. All right, one more bite. The mushrooms add a little bit of something to it too. And I like the sharpness of that Swiss cheese. The first time I got the chicken sandwich again, I think I gave it a 1. It was one of the worst chicken sandwiches I had. I couldn't even chew it. And I ended up having to, off camera, spit it out. Whereas this is a good chicken sandwich. Again, nothing I've had was like elite when I'm comparing it to its competition. So you've got your Five Guys, your Shake Shack, even places like Wayback Burger, and it doesn't measure up to that, but it's definitely closer than I thought it'd be. I still, in a landslide, even prefer Habit Burger, Shake Shack, or Five Guys to this, but it's not as big of a gap as I thought it would be. This sandwich is probably the chicken sandwich, one of the better things I've had compared to even the burgers, which is a little off-putting, but I would give this a 7 out of 10. I still think it's good. I didn't have high expectations coming into this. Knowing that I switched locations, I thought maybe we had a chance here. There's definitely a chance. This is one of those places that I think if you get the right order. I love that. I'm not editing that. I don't know if y'all heard that, but we had to, yeah. Anyway, if you get the right order, it would be pretty good. But if I'm being honest, if I live near a Five Guys, I wouldn't bother because everything that I got at Five Guys was better than this. They don't serve chicken, but I want to go to a burger joint to get burgers, not chicken. But I will say this. Their chicken sandwich is better than the one that I had at Shake Shack, which I really didn't like. Am I going to spin back and try Shake Shack's chicken sandwich now? Even though I've gotten it twice at 2 different locations. You know, the Shake Shack's was not as good, but this isn't bad. Would I get this again? If something new came out, it's one of those levels. In the categories of the fast casual burger chains, I would put it probably like 4th or 5th. But before it was like dead last, and it really isn't now. So I'm glad I gave it another chance. If you do like SmashBurger, can you tell me what your order is? And maybe we can try that, because I do think that these have potential. It's just stock, the way they put them together, it doesn't really rock like I thought it would be. But I wanted to try it again. I want to do more of these last chances because I don't want to just like write off a place before I absolutely exhaust my options. As a foodie, I want to like everything, but I'm not going to be honest or dishonest and say that I like something when I don't. If I could find a burger to go with these, which are a W, kind of how I did with Habit when I really liked their onion or the green bean, the fried green beans that they have. If I could get something to pair with these, I might have something on my hand. I was going to get the brisket, but I felt like that was too bold for this one. Let me know if you tried the brisket. But that is going to be the end of the video, man. I wanted to give this one a last chance and try it again. Better than I thought it would be. So I have hope still. Do they get another chance? They do. And that's good enough for me at this point because I was writing this off completely. But we're going to be back again. You guys already know the vibes. We have some new items again coming out. I wanted to try this new smack and cheeseburger, so I gave that one a shot. But we will be back tomorrow. More content, man. I love Yada Hand Signs. They made it to YouTube.